Next. Confidence.
Well, it's all kicking off this morning.
Next.
Positivity.
Next.
Par field. Pars are important, bruh. Have a look. Par field, have you written it?
Yeah.
Correct. Well, par field spell. Morning, everybody.
Morning! Daddy's back to annoying us in the morning.
I'm back in the UK.
Yes. Filming in the kitchen.
Paris was lovely. A bit romantic, I thought, for me and Coach. We can stare at the Eiffel Tower in an evening, you know, going down the Seine on a riverboat. Oh, what times, what memories.
Just shut.
So last week's question, would you go to a Ryder Cup in France? Lots of people saying absolutely yes, and to be honest with you, our experiences there in Paris were fantastic. Venue, brilliant. Ethos of the whole venue was interesting and clever and smart as well. Paris is just one of those cities you kind of need to go to, really. So lots of positives in the comments, and there'll be lots of positives, I think, after the event as well. Right, today's question, put your comments down below while you're hitting that subscribe button and while you're hitting the thumbs up button, that's the one. Tell me about dress codes. Dennis Pugh on Twitter is going on about, not going on because I actually believe in what he's saying, about dress codes. And he always gets attacked with the same kind of boring idea of all traditions. What's your ideas on dress code? Do we need one or do we not? If you are someone who believes that it's about traditions, can you try and tell me what that actually means in your comment? Because lots of people kind of use that word and it actually doesn't mean anything you kind of would want it to mean. Push those comments, put those comments down below. Let me hear dress rules in golf. Good thing or bad thing? What do you two reckon?
What?
Do you have to dress a certain way to go on a golf course?
It's very silly.
It's very silly?
Very silly.
Very silly. I'm stretching my back. So today's swing I've chosen for a couple of reasons. It's a classic kind of set the club back on one angle, and then it's the normal stand up that we see of the head and the shaft. So one of the most common faults that we see. But the main reason I've chosen this, because obviously we talk about this a lot and it's evident in lots of golfers' swings, is he's got this ball on the ground which he knocks away. So I presume that was a good swing because obviously he's got his ball on the ground. If you notice under his left arm as well, he's got a head cover, that classic old one that. So again, he's got his two drills in place, so I presume he's made a good swing. And this is where I think drills would be dangerous. If I was to ask this golfer what he's actually working on, what he would tell me often, certainly in lessons, this is a guess because obviously I haven't asked him, but it's a guess based on the fact that happens a lot of times to me when I coach. They wouldn't be things that I would ever want him to work on. He needs to get a lesson. I'm going to give him some ideas that inspire him hopefully to think about it in a different way and then go and book a lesson. Always the best way, because this golfer, as many out there, looks like they're trying a lot of things that might not really make any difference. Right, Coach?
Alright.
How you feeling after your little Paris trip?
Yeah, recovered already, I think. There's quite a nice sleep last night and all, you know.
Yeah, but it's quite good because it's there's no planing and stuff. I think it pulls less on your body as well. I think 2 hours in the air is harder than 2 hours on the train because you're probably going half the speed, aren't you?
Not much time difference and all that stuff as well.
Yeah, and you can get to the old train station, really. You only need to get there 40 minutes early because there's no queuing, is there?
No, very easy.
I think we should take the Muppets to the Ryder Cup, don't you?
Oh, I think it will be a good event, and I think it will be a good spectating event as well with the old stadium course. You can get like 20 deep, I reckon, in lots of spots.
Especially where the Muppets are, I can get 40 deep. Some watching the golf and some chatting to the Muppets.
Oh, 6 more, bro.
So let's try and flip the pattern between backswing and downswing around a little bit. Get rid of all those aids that I don't think are really helping you in any way. Goal, shift path more through to maybe into out or out to in if you want it rather than just defaulting left always. Got to remember out to in paths serve a purpose. You just need to be able to move your path to order is always a goal with my students rather than hitting the correct path. So for you we see a backswing where you want to lay the club down this way, up to the top, and then that kind of standing up of the shaft which is pushing that path always more to the left for you. Simple drill. I want you just to get your right hand here, like straight out in front of you. So literally just facing in front of you, not turned away, facing in front of you. It's kind of in line with the middle of my feet to my toes. What I'm going to do is just stand the shaft up on the way back to get up along the line of my hand. Then what I'm going to do is carry on the backswing with my hand now on the left side, or the forward facing side of the club, and as I start down I'm going to push it back with my right hand, feel like I drop that club down and then spin it out to the ball. So we're basically kind of flipping your pattern, and this will feel very hard, and you can almost try and do this with balls hitting shots. Don't expect to hit good shots. Up along your hand line, so you could kind of blend it all up along your hand line, carry on and then try and hit some. So feel more like you're stacking the shaft on the way back to shallow, opposed to your shallowing to stack. Playing with the order people do, the ideas of sending the club up and down and what angles they go on, gives them real power over their club path, often gives them the control, and that is always the trick. Right, few errands to run. No. I'm very much into sun now. I've had some sun, and that's kind of what I want to keep having. Hello, my old lunchtime friend. Let's answer your questions.
Hey Mark, Aaron here. Love the vlogs and love all your videos. Watching the Pinehurst number 8 videos, I'm too into it, and it seems to me like you all are a little bit out of it today after your Pinehurst number 2 round. Like you're a little bit golfed out, like you could use a day off. Would you say that was true? And do you have any thoughts as far as booking golf trips around major venues, US Open venues, where you know that you're going to have, while a fun day, a very difficult day on a very difficult course?
Definitely we're all very tired come the end of that trip, because there was a lot of travelling. We were going back and forth from Augusta a lot on that trip, so it wasn't actually the golf so much. So I wouldn't say it was Pinehurst number 2 particularly, it was more just travelling in between. We were doing 2 courses in a day, travelling between, and that's where you start to see us fatiguing, like you see at the end. The other thing that was interesting at the end of that video as well, because it was all on that video, Rory and Matt were a little tense, Rory in particular, so I was trying to be as very careful as I could about what I was saying, because I just felt like they might kind of bite a bit quickly. Oh, phone call. Hello. But one thing as well I would say, if you're booking a golf trip, and we talked about it when we just come back from France, so the Golf National is a championship, brutal, big golf course, which you'll love the experience of if you play. But not many people are coming off that course with great scores. And then the second course we played was like kind of a friendly, shorter members, 380 yard par 4s, 405 yard, you know, shorter length, friendly, pretty golf course. And I remember saying to some of the group that were there, because there was another group there kind of along with us, my tips for you, I'd always play it that way around, kind of remind yourself that you can actually play golf. You just, on these tour courses which are built to have firm, quick greens, runoffs, long par 4s, 480, uphills, those kind of things. They'll remind you how good the players you're watching on telly are, and they'll also remind you how maybe big the gap is between you and them. And that's not a bad thing, they're the world's best golfers. You're all just there having fun. I would always try and maybe save the fun course to last. So if you're going to do 3 courses, the best way of doing it would be a playable course, championship course, and then a playable course. So warm up, play, finish with some fun. If you're only going to play 2, I would play the championship one first and definitely the friendlier one second. But at the end of the day, when you play these great courses, it doesn't matter which way you play them around, you're just really happy to play them. Pinehurst number 2 was tough, like it was warm, it felt like a long way round for us, but it was fantastic, and I would really want to play it again, because I actually feel like I would do a lot better second time. I'd understand what I need to do a lot more, and I kind of want another go at it. Useful indoor idea then that you can use. I like to use indoor tips, because I know loads of you just don't get a chance to go to the range as much as you'd want or even play. So corridor idea. I'm in my hallway, wall and a wall. I've just got a 50-degree wedge in my hand because it's shorter and it fits my corridor a bit better. I'm going to put my bum on this back wall, normal posture, hitting a shot. I can go back to my first parallel and check any lines if I wanted to, if you were worried about this, or this way, which maybe your ball idea is trying to help you with. But B, what happens is going to make me stack the club more on the backswing. Almost too much and more upright than I would want it to be. And certainly a lot more upright than where you want it to be. Which isn't a bad thing, bearing in mind how much you want to lay it down to get you the feeling of stacking it up this wall on the way back. Be very careful who's in the house and what wall you're doing it up against. But we're not filming this and putting it on YouTube, so we'll be alright, everyone. So stacking that club up against that wall, turning it over my shoulder. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come right down halfway on the club. Literally cutting that club in half with my new hold. And from here I'm going to feel like I keep this club on the wall as I turn down it. That's going to allow you to really lay that club down because you've shortened it, so the angle's going to be quite different now on the way down. You're going to stack the club on the way back, flatten it on the way down. Just spending some time getting this idea, this feeling in your head. It's really going to help you try and translate some of these ideas into your practice session, onto the course, those kind of things. Now try not to confuse any of this so much with club path being a certain way. Like I said earlier, I want you to have the power to control the path either way and move away from that default out to in just as the given for every shot. You might still find you hit target better doing that out to in path, but if you can get these angles working better for you, I think your delivery of lie will be better, which will deliver your face to path more consistently, and also hopefully for lots of people proves where they hit it on the face. She has been picked up. It's just me and Orla. We're going back to get Milo later, aren't we?
Yeah.
He's playing football in the rain, so we're going to go and have Jinx at the cafe. He's been found and he's blooming soaked. How was football, Milo? Alright, cough. A little wet?
Yeah, only a tiny bit.
There we go, thanks for watching. See you all next week. Really busy week next week. I think we got 3 tour players next week we're playing golf with. I kind of started unpacking, but I'm on the road again Monday and Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Tell me where you're playing in the comments as well. Tell me where you're playing this weekend, and if you think you're going to have a good round, hit the thumbs up button. As always, don't be afraid to subscribe. I'm going out with the kids for some food. Mummy's working late tonight.
That's what people do when they're on the carpet to get chosen. He's meditating like that.